Hello everyone. How are you all? Hope all of you are doing good at home. Welcome back to biology class. Our today's topic is gas exchange in humans. And in this chapter we are going to deal human lungs and its structure. So, let us see what is meant by gas exchange. Gas exchange is the exchange of gases by the entry of oxygen into the body of an organism and the loss of carbon dioxide as the waste gas. In other words, gas exchange is the exchange of respiratory gases between an organism's body and its environment. So, what are the respiratory gases? Oxygen and carbon dioxide, right? So, exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide between an organism's body and its environment. Gas exchange involves breathing, the transport of gases all over the body, and the servicing of the tissue cells. Here comes the picture along with the mitochondria. Mitochondria, or the respiratory site in a cell, produces ATP, or the energy molecules, by the help of oxygen and food. And it releases carbon dioxide as the waste gas. The total process we are calling it as respiration, right? Yeah. Here comes the human lungs. So, lungs are the gas exchange organs in our body. Then, what are alveoli? Alveoli are tiny, sponge like air sacs in the lungs, which can act as the gas exchange surfaces. So, lungs are the gas exchange organs, and alveoli are the gas exchange surfaces. Gas exchange mechanism involves both inhalation and exhalation processes. Inhalation means breathing in and exhalation means breathing out. So see the human lungs. So see the heart in between left and right side of the left lung and right lung, and between the heart is located. In the last chapter we studied the importance of having close connection between lungs and heart. The blood is getting oxygenated from the lungs. Okay, now anatomy of human lungs. Gas exchange system start with the nasal cavity, and through the pharynx or the throat it goes to the larynx or voice box, and from there it enters to the windpipe called trachea. See the structure of trachea. And from the trachea it enters to both lungs through two divisions or branches called bronchi. So you can see the lungs also. So in humans and other mammals, air enters through the nasal cavity. It passes through the pharynx and larynx into the trachea. Again, the sentence is repeating. The trachea forks into form two bronchi. It branches to form two bronchi. Singular word bronchus. So, this part, this is trachea, this branch and this branch. These are bronchi. One only alone is known as bronchus, and this alone is known as bronchus. So inside the lungs you can see another branches, and these branches are known as bronchioles. So bronchi and bronchioles, and these bronchioles are having close connection, or these are associated with the tiny sponge like structures or air sacs called alveoli. Each bronchus branches into numerous bronchioles. See the structure. You can pause the video and watch the structure. So the bronchioles end in the clusters of tiny sacs called alveoli. Alveoli form the respiratory surfaces of the human lungs. Oxygen diffuses through the thin walls of the alveoli into the blood. So what is the importance of alveoli? Alveoli is the gas exchange surface in the human lungs or in the mammal's lungs. Trachea or windpipe. Tracheal tube is a long tube which runs from the larynx to the lungs, and this tube is made up of cartilage bones. Cartilage bone means soft bones. The main functions of the cartilage bones on the trachea are: it keeps the airways open and air resistance low. Then cartilage bones prevents them from collapsing during the breathing time. Then next is about bronchi. Already I told the two branches from the trachea. This is trachea. You can see the cartilage rings on it which keeps the airways open. Then two branches called bronchi, singular bronchus. Okay, this is one bronchus and this is another, together bronchi. Then bronchi are two branches from the trachea. The bronchi are the airways that lead from the trachea into the lungs and then branches into bronchioles. Bronchi are also made up of cartilage that gives some stability and prevents from collapsing. So here comes the structure of bronchioles. So trachea, bronchi, then bronchioles, tiny branches called bronchioles. And see how the bronchioles are connected with the alveoli, tiny air sacs where the diffusion of oxygen takes place, oxygen, carbon dioxide. Then alveoli structure. You can see these are tiny air sacs. Okay, and bronchioles. See, the bronchioles are having connection with these tiny sacs. These are surrounded by capillaries. Capillary means tiny blood vessels. Then these are having connection with the pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein. Pulmonary means related to lungs. What are the main features of alveoli which helps them to do the function or to perform their function? They are very tiny. So tiny structure or small size provides large surface area for more gas exchange. These are moist. Moist means it can trap air on the surface. Then these are very thin, which helps in the easy diffusion of gases. Then these are surrounded by blood capillaries. So for the easy gas exchange, the blood capillaries are surrounded. So again, what are the features of alveoli? These are very tiny, moist, thin and surrounded by blood capillaries. Importance and see, and this part you should read carefully and study. Okay, tiny provides large surface area, most traps the air on the surface, thin helps the easy diffusion of gases, blood capillaries also helps in the easy diffusion or exchange of gases. Now goblet cells. So these are the cells which are responsible for the secretion of mucus. We see the structure. These are having microvilli on the surface. You can see having mitochondria and nucleus. So goblet cells are secreting gel like mucus into the respiratory tract. In addition to the respiratory tract, it can be visible in the reproductive and gastrointestinal tracts. Ciliated epithelial cells. So these are the cells which are having cilia on it, which can act like brush to wipe the mucus and the dust particles from one place to another or from the respiratory tract. The detailed structures we will study in the future classes. Okay. Next, ciliated epithelial cells. Ciliated epithelium is a thin tissue that has hair-like structures, and these structures are called cilia. And here comes the end of our chapter. So once again, going back to the structure of human lungs. Trachea with cartilage bones, two branches called bronchi, singular bronchus. Again, it branches into bronchioles. Bronchioles are associated with tiny air sacs called alveoli. So definition of gas exchange. Exchange of respiratory gases between an organism's body and their environment. So importance of alveoli and its features. They are tiny, moist, thin and surrounded with blood capillaries. Okay children, so do the revision at home Read the textbook pages, page number 144, 145 and 146 for the further references. Okay. So see you soon with another topic. Have a nice time. Thank you.